want to go to our Miranda Parnell. She's been in Pinellas County and in St. Pete for us this morning, where she's been going from area to area, just seeing flooding no matter where you seem to go, Miranda.
That's right. I'm finally on dry land right now, Jameson. We've been riding around, like you said, and a lot of that riding around has been in the darkness, not just because of the hour, but because we're not seeing any lights from homes because a lot of people lost power. Now we're out here with Ann McGovern from Duke Energy. She tells me crews are working around the clock, and they have been. Today's not even the first day. They started yesterday. Tell me about what you all have been seeing.
Sure. So as of this morning, we've got about 230,000 customers without power just in Pinellas County. And as you mentioned, our crews have been out since yesterday restoring power. So more than 50,000 customers have already been restored sort of prior to the storm as we were seeing those initial impacts. So crews have been out working. And today I think you'll see a lot more folks on the road, a lot more Duke Energy trucks out there really working to get customers' powers back on.
And we have already seen yesterday, like you said, and also this morning, a lot of those trucks moving around, trying to get that power restored for folks. Now, I know we talked about some of the hazards and hurdles that you all face. Tell me about what those issues are and what you're facing when the crews are out in those bucket trucks.
Sure. So the first thing we always keep in mind is safety. So our crews will start traveling when winds die down below 40 miles an hour for safety reasons. And so once they're able to get out there and start assessing damage, really a lot of things we see after storms are flooding. So water obviously is not compatible with electricity. We, are also mindful of down trees and other hazards that might need to be cleared before we can restore power to homes and businesses.
And I understand that you all are not just using kind of the local crews who are typically holding things down for us here in Pinellas County. You have outsourced other people to come help because you already knew that this was going to be a storm that would be kind of knocking out power for folks.
Absolutely. So that was part of our preparation process. We've got more than 8,000, damage assessors, line crews, other support personnel staged throughout the state of Florida, through all of our service territories. Of course, there are a lot of folks here in the Pinellas, Pasco County areas because we have a lot of customers here. But we've definitely got folks from Duke Energy. We actually had some of our crews from the Midwest come down to support us, contract crews. So it's really all hands on deck. We definitely have the resources we need to restore power quickly.
Truly is all hands on deck. We see some of the crews that are starting their shift, like she said, they're working around the clock. We saw some of them have their luggage. They're seeming like they're just getting here and ready to get to work. So we want to stay out of their way. We want to clear the roadway so that they can get to work, bring that power back. And Ann told us earlier also, it helps if you go ahead and turn off things so that when the power does come back on, you don't have a huge surge of energy. So that's something you can do to help. Stay off the roadways and go ahead and turn stuff off. Maybe leave a little lamp on so then without having that whole power surge with everything in your house coming back on all at once. We'll send it back to y'all.